Performers and Achievers. Welcome to Performers and Achievers Daily with me, Raj Gavurla. This week's episode, talk about how to continue or persevere or have resilience or just have grit, or some people call it grind. Now, this isn't something we do all the time or that you do all the time. However, sometimes it is needed. And sometimes it's an effective strategy, an effective skill. So one way to do this when you are a little, let's say, sluggish or maybe lethargic or a little fatigued or just anything, something's just off a little bit. One is to just pause and stop. Take a deep breath. Nothing exaggerate, just a deep, full breath, inhale into your stomach. And then ask yourself the question, what output must I create? So that's the question. And then ask, what are the three powerful actions? So whatever it may be. For example, let's say that I was a little lethargic, a little fatigued, or just not having as much mojo. I would ask, what output must I create? That is to produce this podcast episode. What are the three powerful actions? And so I know the three powerful actions are, and that is to design it, to shoot it, and to edit it and distribute it. So there's four. However, after I get through two or three of them, then I have rhythm, I have momentum, and the compound effect occurs. So that's one way, by asking those two questions. But first, what we do is we have awareness, or we recognize it, and we pause. Take a deep inhale, and then we ask ourselves the question. And the inhale can be almost like your physical release. And we ask the question, what outcome must I create? And then, what are the powerful steps to take? So that's one method or one technique. The other technique is the ACT, which people are familiar with this if you've heard of this type of therapy. And that is, first you accept it. You accept, okay, I'm a little sluggish. And then you take a deep breath, which is your physical release. Nothing really strenuous, just a good deep breath, harmonious deep breath. And then you create a plan. So that's the C in ACT, create a plan. And then the T is take the next step. Take the next step. So those are two techniques I have for you. And I use these techniques sometimes. Yesterday was not the greatest of days for me. However, I was able to eventually get out of that. And I used the first technique. And I did actually revise, edit, revise, change, changed, edit, revise, whichever word resonates with you, what I had scheduled for my session. I just made it easier. It made it achievable. because with the place that I was in at that current time, I would have not been, it wouldn't have been achievable, not reasonable to do that. And so I just made it a lot easier. And sometimes that happens. I don't like it. However, I accept it. And I recognize it. I'm aware. Take a deep, harmonious breath, which is my physical release. Then I ask my question, what outcome must I create? And then I ask the question, what are the three powerful actions to take? That's what I have for you today. If you like my podcast, like it and comment in the comment section. For those of you who are interested in my private, personal, professional, confidential services and programs with me, visit my website, rajgavurla.com, fill out the brief form, and we will contact you as soon as we can. Enjoy your day.